Okay, welcome from the Hudson Institute, the Institute on Religion and Democracy, to our session on Eastern Sudan, threats to the beja people and to global security. As all of you will know, South Sudan voted overwhelmingly in January for independence, and if things go well, on July 9 will become an independent country. However, as you would all equally know, there are still many problems in the rest of Sudan. We here in the United States, at least, we often hear something of what goes on in Darfur, less of the Nuba Mountains, or Blue Nile, or the Beja people. And in today's session, we want to speak about what is happening to the Beja, predominant people of Eastern Sudan, and the very difficult situations they find themselves in. And also to make the point that this is not only a humanitarian issue, but because the Beja people also front on the Red Sea, a lot of questions about transit of weapons and perhaps people through the Red Sea, often connected with their area of the Sudan. So this also needs examination. So we have an extremely qualified panel to address these issues. The first to speak, I'll give their introductions. Now there are biographies, more lengthy biographies of each of the speakers on the sheet you have before you, so I'll just be brief in outlining them. Ibrahim Tahir Ahmed, together with Omar Humagimi, leads the Washington, D.C. chapter of the Beja Congress, one of the oldest political parties in Sudan. He was at the Red Sea University teaching there in the Department of Statistics and Population Studies at Red Sea University, and also director of the Beja Cultural Studies Center, till he was removed by the Sudanese government and had to come to the United States. Our next speaker will be Walid Faris, who wears very many hats. Currently serves as an advisor to the Anti-Terrorism Caucus of the U.S. House of Representatives and on the advisory board of the Department of Homeland Security's Task Force on Future Terrorism. He's also co-secretary general of the Transatlantic Legislative Group on Counterterrorism, which is a Euro-American caucus. He also teaches at the National Defense University and is a Fox News Channel Middle East and Terrorism expert. With the upheavals currently taking place in the Middle East, it is often commented, why didn't we see these coming? I could refer you to a book published in December of 2010 by Walid called The Coming Revolution, The Struggle for Freedom in the Middle East. So, a very timely work there. Then with Jimmy Mullah, born in South Sudan, but fleeing the war, lived in Egypt, worked as an engineer, and then ran a non-profit, being Secretary General of the Sudan Charity. He came from Egypt to the United States, worked as a consultant with a USAID-funded Sudan radio service, founded the Southern Sudanese Voice for Freedom, and he and Omar of the Beja Congress have sought to develop an organization to bring together various marginalized Sudanese groups, including from Darfur, the Nuba, Blue Nile, Nubia, and have formed Voices for Sudan with Jimmy Mullah as president. And then finally, Faith MacDonald, the director of the Religious Liberty Programs of the Church Alliance for a New Sudan, which is at the Institute on Religion and Democracy. She is a longtime advocate on Sudanese issues and also worked spillover from Sudan into northern Uganda. Her book on Girl Soldier